afternoon. I don't know why this seems to be so dark. So it is Motivational Monday, and I think I needed a little bit of motivation this Monday as well. We've been in for a minute now, and I still feel good, but my motivation is just not at its highest. And I shared with you guys that this month is Adenomyosis Awareness Month. And that is something that I have. So it's very painful. I've dealt with pain for a lot of years. So it's just something that I just kind of deal with. Which, they always give you, well, let me say this. So being that it's painful, yes, I take pain meds. I try to take as little as possible. And then I don't like the narcotics. So I'm not a fan of I had surgery. I'm like, don't give me Percocet. Don't give me. But with all this COVID, they're like the ibuprofen, which is my pain pill of choice. They're like, it's actually not the best thing to take because of the COVID. However, what is a girl to do? I am in here COVID free for the moment, and I don't plan on torturing myself. I've tortured myself for a lot of years of my life, and I don't wish to continue that. However, I haven't taken any ibuprofen as of yet, but this is really going to become a challenge for me because I think I am going to take it. That and the naproxen are the other thing that I take. So we'll see how this goes. I will keep you guys posted as well on just what I do and how it goes for me. However, I wanted to come on here too because this page is for my creatives. So where are all my creatives at? How are you guys doing? How are you guys holding up? What creative things have you guys come up with? What are you doing to keep yourself busy in this time? What productive things have you found as some solutions? I really want us to talk about it. I also want to host a Zoom color class, and more than just color, I want us to talk about lightening hair. So a lot of us are using lighteners, and we could just get into a discussion as to what kind of lighteners you're using, why, how, what they do, and how to use them effectively. I really want us to be able to have a very, very open and raw discussion. So that's why I would like to host a Zoom meeting for us to really have a nice open discussion with each other and just what we should do and how we should approach this time. Because this is definitely something that nobody plans on. Nobody could have forewarned you that this will happen. I know, I'm seeing a lot on my feed with other creatives, and I'm going to say the word creatives because I don't want to just talk to only hairstylists, but I want to talk to all my creatives. And, some people are kind of, chastising others or making mention of this is why you have to do better. This is why you have to make sure things are intact or in place for when something happens. And if you're the person that is able to put everything in order and have it go that way, I'm going to be the first to commend you, because I always say in this business, you have a lot of hustlers, and then you have those that are actually running a business. And it's the running the business aspect that helps you to put those things into play. But even with running a business doesn't make you free of the financial hardships or instabilities that may come your way. And this may happen for numerous reasons, because we know time and unforeseen occurrences befall us all. So I don't want any of my creatives to feel like, oh, I'm just so unput together and she's just so put together. Like, I wish I had this or I should have had that. No, because not making money is not making money. And I don't care if you have 3 months of savings in the bank or if you have 6 months of savings in the bank. I don't care if you're the hairstylist making 6 figures and you have a husband making 7 and you didn't have to spend your money elsewhere. Not making money is not making money. And that's what we've been encouraged to do. There are a lot of creatives, however, that are, still able to bring in a nice amount of income. Some making home visits, some not. Some, are really good YouTubers. Some are, selling products. They have hair, they have hair care products, all these different things. And so I want us to be able to have a very open and honest discussion as to like how you're able to manage. And I say this because when it comes to business means structure. So sometimes people make things look very nice and, it's shiny, it's got the bow on it, and everything's working well as it pertains to people looking on from the outside inward. But then they're not sharing with you that they've got a rich uncle who's invested $1 million into, them starting their product line or things like that. So when we're telling people to go out and do these things or whatever, we also have to give them, a little bit more. Like, don't just take your situation and feel that your situation is going excellent and so you should have did better, because that's not the case for everybody. Because you could be the hairstylist that's making well into the 6 figures, but if you carrying the whole load of your family on your back and everybody's eating off your plate, that's a lot. And when I say that, I'm talking about those that are really taking care of you. You may be paying for grandma's house. You may be paying for, nieces and nephews to go to private school. Like, there could be a lot of things and you could afford it. And that's why you chose to do it. And now it's just a matter of time and unforeseen occurrences have befallen us. So these are little things that we could not prepare for. Everybody can prepare for their retirement. Everybody can prepare for, if you have a disability insurance, but you're not disabled. We're not disabled. We've just been told to sit down. So here we are sitting down. But not making money is not making money. And I don't care if you're used to, let's say if you are that stylist, and I'm just speaking very hypothetical here to you guys. So let's say you making that $10,000 a month, right? And your products that you sell is only 5,000 of those 10,000 that you make. And like I said, I'm speaking hypothetically here. That's half your income gone. Your kids did not start eating half of what they used to eat because you brought in half of the money. That's not how life works. So I want us to really open up and have a serious Zoom discussion. So I would request everyone to email me, or should I say DM me, send me a message with your email address so we can have a Zoom discussion. And like I said, I want our Zoom discussion to be very open and honest, to a place that we can talk real with each other. We'll be in our own private corner, so to speak, and we can have an open and honest discussion with each other. But I hope that everyone is doing okay and everyone is able to at least have a certain level of comfort being at home. And I say a certain level of comfort. Some of us are going to have some anxiety. Some of us are just like, we all handle things differently and we go through things differently. And I know a lot of times in our creative world, I just see a lot of people always try to make everything look like it's fantabulous. And I get it. We're part of the beauty industry. So what do? We make everything look beautiful. And that's fine and that's fun. but I want us to talk about how we keep and maintain our personal selves feeling beautiful. Because when we're always pouring into somebody else, you got to have something for you too. So do understand and know that I share a lot, but I have also, and I had to teach myself to pour into myself a lot, because I'm not going to have anything to pour out if I don't pour something in. So I have to keep my cup filling it up. And when we're filling up our cups, we have to do this in numerous ways. Like, you have to fill up your cup mentally. You have to make sure you're mentally stable to handle somebody's mental instability to come your way. So that's what that means. It doesn't mean that you just like, oh, I'm cool. Like, no. You need to be stronger than cool, because you never know what a person's going to bring to you. But you got to be strong enough and stable enough that you can't, we don't even have room to rock and wobble, because that's the industry we're in. The other thing is, you have to make sure that you physically are stable. So that's why I bring up, and I always make mention of my own personal health journey, because it's something that I have to acknowledge, I have to address, I have to account for in order to be able to stand up and service my clients, because I'm talking about pain. So being in pain is just not fun. It's just not. And when you're in a excruciating pain consistently, it just really takes a toll on you mentally, physically, emotionally, because it's like, you know what's coming, you know what's gonna happen, and there's no getting around it. Like, it's not like, oh, you should have did this instead, because as far as the things that I can and should do, I pretty much do very well with doing them. So yeah, it might be like 2 more things I didn't do, but like, for the people that would even have a conversation with me about the 2 things that I may not have done, or that I'm gonna look at you very sternly, like, who are you to talk to me about me? Like, you don't know me. You don't know how I feel. You can't personally know how I feel. So just understand that that's what it is. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows how you personally feel. When you get hungry, nobody else's stomach growls. So yeah, there is a level to, you have to make sure that you do what you need to do. Crystal Wright, and she's a person that I would encourage all of my creatives to look into and to look up. Her name is Crystal with a C, Crystal, Wright, Wright. Crystal Wright has written a book, and it's an excellent book. She's written several books, but she's written this one particular book entitled, what's the title of the book? I don't want to get up and go get it, but it's basically what you need to operate at 100%. So if you look her up, and it's the 100% is in the title. It's going to be an excellent book for you to really self-evaluate yourself, because it allows you to go through step by step and discover how you function at your best. And that's with every little detailed thing. So this book comes with a lot of blanks in it, because it's about how you're going to function at 100%. And it's what you need to function at 100%. And you really have to sit down and you have to think about what it is that you're going to need to help yourself function at 100%. Because a lot of times we get real complacent. We're in this comfort zone of functioning at 75%, some of us 60%. Some of us are really functioning at less than 50%. And we think it's okay. We think like, oh, I'm good. Like I can take it. And the answer to that, my friends, is no. And let me tell you why. Because you think you're doing really good, but everybody else is looking at you like, look at this train wreck. And they're not saying anything to you. A lot of times people won't say, but that's what they're thinking. So figure out how you function at 100%. When you figure out how you function at 100%, then you start to position things differently. You start to maneuver differently. You really start to evaluate what it is that you need so that you can function at 100%. Because what the next person needs is different. So sometimes we get caught up in the, well, my sister, co-worker, cousin, auntie, this one, that one said they did this or that and it worked for them. And that's exactly right. It worked for them. But I want to challenge everybody to really get out there and find out what is going to work for you to function at 100%. And with that, I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And I hope that this has been motivating enough for us on this Monday. And I appreciate you for being patient with me as I seek out my own motivation to keep these lives going and to keep myself upbeat, even as I don't feel good. So everybody, I will chat with you soon. Enjoy your day.